stories that are both a delight to read and to hear. Marmalade Jam and Chocolate Eclairs. The knocking upon the front door was from an unexpected visitor. With the door swung wide open to have a good look, there was something there, and it carried a book. Covered with fur, only 2 feet tall, it looked so worried, and was so small. A letter and card were all that it shared. It stood there and stared all alone and quite scared. The letter was clear. An old friend sent it here, asked if I would help, and was very sincere. The card was more puzzling than not. It was a library card with a marmalade spot. So I invited it in, wishing not to offend. An invitation to stay I did freely extend. What I did not know then, but I do know today, once past my front door, it had planned a long stay. Its time was spent reading. Mostly that's what it did, except for collecting marmalade lids. Other habits were very strange, too. Always I could expect something new. It had a fond liking for my grandfather clock, which it stared at for hours. Tick-tock, tick-tock. On Thursdays, it walked up and down in the hall, trying to look as if it was tall. Its color would change and always seem new. One day it was purple and another day blue. If the weather was cloudy, its color was green, or sometimes might even be aquamarine. It had all the kids on our street up and down, collecting marmalade lids around town. I know that they are hidden all over the place, even way up on top of the tallest bookcase. It sits on your roof, my neighbor will tell. Even at night, when the moon is out bright, it stands at the edges and balances well. When I wasn't at home, it would march back and forth on the lawn in the front. No one was sure just what it could want. It would read everywhere except in a nice chair. It would read on the stairs while eating chocolate eclairs. It would read wherever it was able, even under the table. It was very odd to see when reading high up in the tree. The very strangest of all, it would read in the dark, upside down, in the closet in the hall. I've always been taught, when someone is reading, not to disturb with something I'm needing. It sits in the laundry, mixing the clean with some not. Now there's dirt on my shirt and my socks have got spots. I noticed it reading the book Peter Pan, then swing round and round by its toes on the fan. It never had, really, acted the pest. No reasons I have to complain of my guest. One day it was gone, ended the visit, and I really don't know why it is that I miss it. Does it read or just look at the pictures in books? It sent me a card with wax crayon and ink and tried saying thank you. That's what I think. It was certainly puzzling and misunderstood. It may someday return. I believe that it should. When packing to go, one thing that it did was forget all the marmalade lids that it hid.